Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depends on when you are watching this little video here. Without the ability to gather in large groups or closer than 6 feet apart, we're unable to meet personally. So I decided to record this brief mid-year state of affairs on what's happening at McCamish and to keep everybody informed. You are all stakeholders in the success of this company, and therefore you all have a right to understand and know what exactly is going on. Let's start today with the most important thing, and that is safety. We had a great year going this year. Through 5 months, everything was good. We had 0 recordables, we had no accidents, and we were just having a good year. Then all of a sudden June came. In early June, we've had 2 accidents already. Both were recordable, and unfortunately both were caused by some carelessness. In spite of COVID-19, we need to keep our heads in the game and get back to paying attention to all the details for our actions to keep us all safe. That is important to get back on track. COVID-19 certainly is a subject for all businesses in 2020, and probably will be for a couple of years beyond when we really understand the effects. Our management team has done an exceptional job proactively making tough decisions and sometimes risky decisions that we thought were in the best interests of the employees and the company. The dust is settling a little bit from the initial shutdown. As much as possible, we're getting our arms around what the new norm is going to look like in the construction industry. As a team, it's critical that we request your support and adherence to the guidelines, as they may and most likely will continue to change. This brings us to where we stand as a company financially through the first 5 months. Fortunately, we were very quickly classified as an essential business, which had a major positive impact for the big picture in our company, keeping several projects going and our service group. However, our revenues between March and May fell over 33%. That's a lot, but actually a little better percentage than we feared originally. We currently remain slightly in the black as opposed to the red, and that is also amazing, all things considered, through the first 5 months of this year. There's several key unknown financial factors that still are creating uncertainties for our company for the final year-end projections. We probably have 3 to 5 more months before we'll be able to accurately predict how COVID-19 really will impact the year 2020 for us financially. We do remain optimistic, and things will turn out positive for us. Our backlog remains very good. In spite of the couple of months shutdown, many of the projects that we have are still trying to finish on the original schedules. This means that we're going to continue to get busier and busier. Our labor force will continue to grow at even a faster rate than we had anticipated at the beginning of the year. And we will see this labor force probably grow beyond what we've been in several years. This workload brings me to the final communication I want to deliver today. It also ties to succession planning and our long-term sustainability. With a combination of the large backlog and me becoming less involved, the operational side of our business needs some assistance to maintain and improve our efficiencies and our approach to building the work. Effective immediately, we are adding Mark Mushnick to the operations management of our company as operations manager. Mark will be working very closely with Vice President Dave Lyon. Without trying to cover every detail of this assignments, in this announcement, the operational duties will be divided up as follows. Dave Lyon will remain Vice President of Operations. His primary responsibilities will be administrative and include safety. Project managers, project engineers, and project assistants will continue to report to Dave. The entire status report process will continue under Dave. Risk assessments functions. He will be responsible to continue managing the contracts, subcontracts, and purchase orders. Purchasing, operations meetings, all of those assignments and duties Dave will continue to maintain. Mark Mushnick will assume the role of operations manager. Primary duties for Mark are everything related to labor and building the work. He will be responsible for the field, the shops, and planning. He'll be responsible for developing the best strategies for building the work. We believe these management changes are necessary and will help us become more efficient and competitive. And of course, if we're more efficient and competitive, it'll turn around and help us secure more work. This change will be a work in progress and may require some tweaking along the way, as most changes do. Working together and effectively communicating will assure positive results. However, this will only work if our entire team gets behind these changes, especially project managers, superintendents, and foremen. Your support is essential to our collective success. If anyone has any questions about these changes or comments, feel free to ask me or email me, Dave, or Mark. Finally, a couple of announcements so that you can make some plans. Seven Springs is in fact canceled this year. We have scheduled the weekend of October 8th to 10th in 2021. We've already got that booked, but unfortunately we were forced to cancel Seven Springs for this year. The Christmas party, however, is still scheduled. It's scheduled for December 13th. We're going to be monitoring the whole COVID and restaurant protocols over the next quarter or so, and we're going to have to closely look at that and make a final decision probably at the end of the third quarter. If our labor force continues to grow, and if they only work the 50% rule in restaurants, then we may have a problem even at Heinz Field. So that's the update on a couple of our key events of the year. That wraps up our State of Affairs meeting. I certainly prefer having them in person where we can see each other, but I'm hoping all of us can get back to normal in the real near future. Thank you for your time, your attention, and for being an essential part of the McCamish team.